Hello everybody and welcome back to another ballet video. Today we're going to be finishing off our sequence that we started a couple of weeks ago. I am going to just be walking through and recapping what we have done previously, so if you aren't familiar with the steps or would just like a bit more of an in-depth breakdown, then please go back and see the previous two ballet videos, but we're going to be finishing off with the ending section today, which does include a couple of repeats as well, so it's well worth watching those first videos for the full breakdown of the moves. But first of all, we're just going to get ourselves nice and warmed up in the centre. Alright everybody, starting with those feet apart, just pulling those shoulders back, bringing those hips underneath us as well, so we're not arching in the back, and just take a few deep breaths with those arms, lifting up, pushing down. This time with a little demi-plie, lifting up, and open, hold it down. Good. Take a little reach over the top, other side. Let the head go as well. Lovely. And coming up with a big swoop. Good. Little bounces. Nice. Trying to push those knees out and back over the feet. And side to side. Small little lunge. Back in the centre, turn those toes forwards and just take a little reach over the top. Relax the arms, relax the head, weight to the head, bringing the neck down. And then when you're ready, just roll up, head up last to standing. Bring those feet into parallel, hip width apart. And again, little bounces, just let the arms swing or dangle, nice and loose. And let's add some shoulder roll. Good, turning out into first. Little bounces, swing these arms. Good, try and give those legs a little squeeze as we stretch. Take a little swoop down with a slight lean, and up, other side. Open out back, take a small little release back, and then take it into a roll down. And then when you're finished, just take a nice stretch up and give yourself a little shake out. Good work. Alright everybody, so we're going to just have a little mark through of the first two sections that we have done previously, and as I said at the start, if you do want to have a little recap, a bit more in depth, looking at the ins and outs of all those moves, then please have a look at the previous videos, but this is just to have a little refresher and recap. So we start in first position, making sure I'm far enough back so you can all see. Okay, pulling that, we've got that lovely posture here, we're keeping the back of the neck nice and long. We've got 4 breaths of the arms, starting with the right side first. 1, and down, 2, and 3, using the head as well, and 4. Good, then we bring those arms to first, open to second, back down to bra bar, all the way up to 5th, then we take a little karoo and a rise, crossing that right foot over, so we've got that cross line with the legs, open the arms to 2nd, then we step out to the right side, little wrap and sway around that right side, then step left, close right in front, slightly on the diagonal, ready for our battement tendu section. So that's our intro section, which does get repeated throughout the song. We've got 4 battement tendus, forwards, side and back, little pas de bourrée to change feet, and then we repeat on the left. We go forwards, 2, 3, 4, open, arms to fourth, arms to arabesque as we take it behind, and then 1, 2, 3, close in front, and I'm just cheating my feet there a little bit to move over to make sure I give myself plenty of space. Repeating on the left, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, close. Ready to repeat that first intro section. Lift and down, up and down, exactly the same this first part, and up, arms open first, second, lower, up to fifth. This bit repeats a little bit faster because we've got a little bit less time in the music to bring it in. Then we take dégagé with the right foot, open the arms, again slightly on the diagonal, so this right foot is slightly crossed over. We take the left arm down, the right leg, lift to fourth, bring the leg to retire, arms to fifth, and then as we close, we just shift our direction to the other corner, ready to repeat on the left. Open here, trace down the leg with that right arm this time, and lift. Hold if you can, lovely balance, and here. Okay, so then I'll just check that I've not missed anything out. Yes, that's right. We take our little allegro section, which we did in the previous video, and I do go on a bit of a zoom in on my feet so you can see exactly what's happening. So if it's a bit confusing about where the feet are going, have a little look at that one. So we take a seesaw, coupe, assemblé. So a little combination step. We jump open with the right foot leading, left foot out behind us. Open, whoop, keeping your balance, keeping your weight forwards, coupe under, change feet, and then assemblé to close. Other side. Seesaw, coupe, assemblé. Alright, that final assemblé brings us round en face, ready to do our glissade and pas de jambes to the right side first. Glissade, glide along the floor. 1, close in front, then our pas de jambes, leading with the back foot, up, up, down, making sure I'm not going to disappear off camera, and the other way. 1, 2, up, 3, down, 4. Then we've got a little run around. You can do this on demi-point or on flat feet as we come around to that right side, bringing us back into the centre, and then you've got a turn or something of your own here. Okay, so remember last time I said it can be any turn you want. You could take it into a pirouette all the way round, okay, or you can take a posé turn or a chenille turn, anything like that. Or you can just do an arm or a breath just to re-prepare yourself to go back to the beginning. Oh no, sorry, go into the dégagé section and then the intro. Okay, so after that turn, we finish right foot in front, ready to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, open, 2, 3, 4, back, 2, 3, 4, pas de bourrée, left side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, open, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. Ready from the beginning. 1, lower, 2, lower. This bit's nice and simple just with the arms, so I'll speed it up a little bit for now. Open, second, down, fifth, carrou, open, sway, and close. All right, so that is as far as we got from last week. So let's carry on now from that final section we've just done. So we've just finished our sway, then into that position here. All right, we're going to repeat that forward port de bras section from a little bit earlier. So just to recap, and I'll go through it nice and slowly if this is new to you, we point dégagé our right foot forward slightly on the diagonal. Open those arms, we trace down the leg, down and lift to fourth, nice and lifted in the upper body, keeping that balance as we bring our right leg up to retire, knee out to the side, nice and open here, then close behind, left side, point, open the arms, and it's a real presentation as well. You're really opening and letting the audience in, drawing it down, lifting up again, keep that balance here, and then close. Good. Then there's a slight pause in the music and then go straight into that lovely big moment where we do our dégagés. It's that music that comes in quite a few times throughout the song. Okay, so you will pick up on the patterns and recognise the sections. We repeat our dégagés, 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember to keep these nice and sharp. Okay, lovely and strong in the legs and the feet, and pas de bourrée, 2, 3. Last time on the left, 2, 3, 4, open, 2, 3, 4, to the back, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, close. Now we've got something new. So the last thing you're going to learn that is brand new, and then we've just got a nice little ending section to finish us off. So we're going to take in a échappé section. So it's like another allegro sequence, okay? You're making like a cross pattern on the floor with your feet, okay? So we've got échappé relevés and relevés. All right, now remember, normal relevés in fifth, we snatch up the toes underneath us. So it's not a rise where we just lift the heels, okay? We actually snatch the toes where the heels were. So we start with a demi-plie, we snatch it all up, keep everything underneath you, keep the weight in your centre, hips underneath you, so really, really nice. Squeeze those legs together as well for the extra support, and we come down. Okay, so that's just our normal relevé. Échappé relevé is when our legs escape. Okay, so they go away from each other. So we're going to do this in fourth, so going forwards and backwards with the legs, and to second, out to the side. So let's have a little practice in fourth. You can just place your hands on your hips or just take them out to the side for now. It's fine. From a demi-plie, we're going to shoot the right foot forwards, left foot back, and then we're going to come back to this fifth position. And away, back in. All right, so really nice and strong. It's the same principle, we're keeping the weight nice and centered, okay, and our legs are expanding and going out nice and sharp, then we're bringing them back in. Now let's try second. So our legs are going away from each other, keep the hips open, and away. Okay, now as we close, we will be changing feet. Okay, so don't worry if you didn't just then, but when we do it in the sequence, we'll use those second échappé relevés just to swap the feet over. So when we go out to the side, we just bring the other foot in front. Okay, so let's put that together in a little sequence. So we're going to go fourth, in, up, down, second, in, up, down. So think of it as out, in, up, down, out, in, up, down. All right, that's how I remember it in my head. So hopefully that will help you too. So we're going to go fourth with the right foot going forwards, and 1, 2, out, 3, up, see, confusing myself, and out, in, up, down, out, remember to change feet, out, in, up, down. All right, so that is one sequence, and we're going to do that 4 times. So give those little feet a shake out and those ankles. Make sure you're ready. If you want to, this is a modification. You can do 1 sequence, pause, second sequence, pause. So rather than do 4, you do 2 sets with a little break in between. Okay, but it's up to you which one you choose. All right, so let's have a little practice. practice of that second section. In fact, actually, I'm just going to finish it off because there's a tiny little move just to finish off the piece, and then we'll do that last section with the music so you can see how it all fits together. So let's walk that through, then we'll go through the final section. Releves, and 1, 2, 3, 4, out and up, out and up, out and up, and again, and out and up, out and up, last time, and out and up. Alright, every so often I just fancy going out instead of up, but hopefully I won't put you off as long as you remember that sequence. That's good. We're going to take a little karoo, just like we did at the start, and then we're going to finish off like the sway earlier, but we're going to lift those arms up to finish, and that's going to be our ending pose. So a little step and sway to that right side. Try not to let the hip go too far. Try and keep pulled up on that right side. Nice and long down that left leg. Shoulders down, and just sway those arms up to the corner. All right, so let's take that final section from from the port de bras. So down the leg and up into those back montendus, into that releve and échappé releve section, finally into that lovely ending pose. So let's take it from that forward port de bras section. It's slightly quicker this time around, but then remember we've got a little pause before that montendu section. So let's go. Section. There is a little bit of extra music at the end for those karoos, so take it a little bit slower and then just really drag out that lovely sway through just to finish off and hold until the end of the music. Also, it's not as many releves as I thought, so apologies for that. I thought there was 4 sets, but I obviously just can't count. There is only 2 sets, which is good, so there's less work to do. So you can still feel free to take that modification and just do 1 set if you prefer and then have a little pause, or you can do the 2 sets following each other then into the karoo and ending pose. So let's take it from the very, very beginning. Okay, I know that I've gone through that fairly quickly today, but most of it is stuff that you already know. So apart from that releve and échappé releve section, most of it you should already be familiar with if you watched the previous 2 videos. So let's take it from the beginning. Remember, there's no limit to how many times you can do this, so you can keep rewinding and have little practices through, or just focus on section by section if that makes it a little bit easier for you. The main thing is that you feel like you're doing everything correctly, that you feel like you're getting a bit of a good workout with it as well, really using the strength in those legs, and of course enjoying yourself while you're dancing. Alright, so obviously the more familiar you are with the moves, the more you'll be able to focus on how you perform it rather than thinking what comes next. So that will just come with a little bit more practice. So enjoy dancing it, guys. Again, as always, if you would like to send me any videos of you performing it, or if you want any feedback from me, please send that in. I'm happy to look through that for you. Let's take it back to the beginning and have a go all together. Lovely work, everybody. So as I said, feel free to go through that as many times as you need to, remembering with the sections after sections. I think once you know the actual steps to each section of it, then the next part is remembering what comes next, and hopefully using the music will help you, because you can hear those little themes and motifs repeat in the song, which I've used to choreograph to repeat sections. So feel free to, as I said, film anything and send it in for me. it'd be lovely to see what you guys have been practicing at home. Let's take a nice stretch out, work through those leg muscles and the feet as well. If you want to, I mean, I've taken my ballet shoes off just because my pregnant hippo feet are a little bit tight in my shoes at the moment, so get nice and comfy. If you would prefer a mat, you can always finish your cool down on the floor, but we're just going to take some nice gentle stretches in the centre. Starting in parallel, then hip width apart, knees nice and relaxed, keeping the hips and pelvis underneath you. Just roll those shoulders round nice and slow. Getting nice length into the back of the neck. Good. And just take a little look side to side as well. Take a little roll with the head. Keep everything nice and loose, nice and soft. Good. And then just bringing up that right arm. Take a little stretch over the top, keeping the shoulder down. And if you want to, you can always grab the arm with the other hand and just give it that much more of a little pull over the top. And release other side, bringing that left arm over the top. Small little sway, using the other hand if you want to. Keeping the shoulder away from the ears. Bend those knees and lift the heels to give those feet a little push over and a stretch down the arches. Good. And just hold this next one here. Take an extra little push if you need to, an extra little stretch out. And swap over. Good. Give those legs a shake. You've been working hard. Take the feet out into second position, then opening out in turn out, keeping the hips open, knees out to the side, and just take a little bend on that right leg. So gentle stretch here. If you want to take it a little bit deeper, just step the foot away a little bit more and get a bit lower in that lunge. And sending it over the other way. Remember to keep breathing. You can start to lower the pace of the breathing now. Good. And one more time. Whoop, each side. Balance is very bad today. And the other side. Good. This time facing away to the side, stretching out that hip. Again, you can take this stretch all the way down to the floor just to get a bit of a deeper stretch, but find where's comfortable for you. And over to the other side, turning around to the left. Dropping the hips down towards the floor so we get that nice stretch here. Coming back up in the centre, find that balance and lift the right leg up, knees together, give that quad a little stretch. If you want to, while you're here, you can always give your feet a little massage with your hands, with multitasking, maybe take your mind off trying to balance, it might help, it might not help, and lower it down nice and softly. Other side, find that balance and lift the foot. Good, and shake it out. Nice work. We're going to take a little hamstring stretch here, so placing the right heel forwards, bending that left leg, and just feel the stretch at the back of that right leg. Nice. Coming up, give it a little shake out. And other side. drop the hips back. And shake it out. Nice work, everybody. Give those arms a shake. If you need to, as I said, take it down to the floor if you want to, just a bit more relaxation, and any more stretches that you feel you need to work through, that is absolutely fine. Give yourselves a round of applause. Well done for hard work today. So there we have it, guys. We've learned another sequence in the last 3 weeks. I hope you're feeling nice and proud. You should. There's a lot of hard work that you've put into that. Next week will be our final videoed session before we are back face to face. Yes, I hope. So that's really, really exciting to look forward to. So next week I'm just going to be doing some bar exercises, so make sure you've got a chair or something you can lean on handy, and then we will be back in our, well, fairly regular space to see each other again soon. So I'm very, very excited to see you all. In the meantime, thank you so much for the constant support throughout lockdown and on these online classes. I will put the link in the description for any donations. It's very, very much appreciated. So thank you so much to those of you that have contributed to classes already. Take care of yourselves, guys. One more week and then I will get to see your lovely faces. See you soon. Bye.